Urgent. Twist at Arsenal. Club changes its mind on £43 million striker and has already made contact to sign him. Plus, inside sources reveal the status of Myles Lewis-Skelly's contract talks after his dream debut for England. And to top it off, Fabrizio Romano drops a bombshell update on Bruno Guimarães amid rumors of a potential move to the Gunners. All this and more you can check out now with the top Arsenal news directly from Emirates Stadium, so make sure to like the video and check your subscription so you don't miss any updates. And without further ado, let's get started. Once Andrea Berta officially takes the reins as Arsenal's new sporting director, he'll be facing one of the biggest challenges of his career, finding the striker who can finally take the Gunners to the next level and help them win major trophies. The pressure is immense. The next number 9 Arsenal signs has to be someone who can go toe-to-toe with the Premier League's best finishers, players like Erling Haaland and Mohamed Salah, because without a consistent goal machine, Arteta's dreams of lifting silverware could remain just that, dreams. Manchester City and Liverpool have already set the blueprint. Without an elite striker, competing for the biggest prizes is almost impossible. Berta is already aligned with Arsenal's interest in Alexander Isak and Benjamin Sesko, two of the most exciting forwards in European football. There's also Matheus Cunha, a player Berta admires, though his recent contract extension until 2029 complicates any potential move. Another name that refuses to go away in the Arsenal rumor mill is Moise Kean. The Italian forward has been linked with a move to North London multiple times, and with Berta at the helm, it wouldn't be surprising if the Gunners reignited their interest once again. Arsenal make contact to sign striker Moise Kean. Kean might be remembered by Premier League fans for his underwhelming stint at Everton, but he's managed to turn things around at Fiorentina, where he's finally showcasing his potential. Back in January, TBR Football exclusively reported that Kean was offered to Arsenal, but the Gunners ultimately passed on the opportunity. At the time, there were concerns about his consistency, given that this season is the first where the former Juventus striker has truly flourished. However, the situation has taken an unexpected turn. According to Tutto Mercato Web, Arsenal have now reopened discussions regarding Kean's potential signing. They're not alone in the race though. West Ham and Newcastle have also reached out to explore a deal for the Italian forward. With a €52 million, £43.7 million release clause, Kean will be available for transfer this summer, and with multiple English clubs circling, Fiorentina could be set for a bidding war. Mikel Arteta's top priority for Arsenal's striker position remains Alexander Isak, but as things stand, the Gunners seem more likely to land Benjamin Sesko. Now, with Moise Kean also emerging as a serious target, it's worth analyzing how he stacks up against the other two. Looking at the numbers, Isak leads the trio with 23 goals, while Sesko has the most assists with 6. However, Kean's performances shouldn't be overlooked. Despite starting one game less than both, he has already outscored Sesko and is just 3 goals behind Isak. What makes Kean's rise even more remarkable is that he's shining in a Fiorentina side that currently sits 8th in Serie A. Arsenal might see this as proof of his ability to thrive in challenging circumstances, making him an intriguing alternative to their other striker targets. What Arsenal sources are now saying about Myles Lewis-Skelly contract talks in wake of Dream England debut. TBR Football has an exclusive update on Myles Lewis-Skelly's future at Arsenal. Following his unforgettable debut for England, the 18-year-old midfielder has enjoyed a breakthrough season, earning a spot in Mikel Arteta's first-team squad and proving his immense potential on the biggest stage. His rise didn't go unnoticed by Thomas Tuchel, who handed him a call-up to the England squad and even trusted him with a starting role in a crucial World Cup qualifier against Albania. Lewis-Skelly seized the opportunity, opening the scoring after latching onto a brilliant Jude Bellingham through ball. His current contract reportedly runs until 2026, but exciting developments suggest that Arsenal are already making moves to secure his long-term future at the club. According to TBR Football's chief correspondent Graham Bailey, Myles Lewis-Skelly is on the verge of signing a new long-term contract with Arsenal. The 18-year-old sensation grabbed headlines with a goal on his England debut, playing a key role in Thomas Tuchel's first game, a 2-0 victory over Albania. Lewis-Skelly signed his first professional contract right after turning 18 last year, but his rapid development has earned him a well-deserved reward. Arsenal have been negotiating with his camp since January, and now sources indicate that the deal is almost done. There are no complications, and the young star is expected to commit his future to the club in the coming weeks. What Thomas Tuchel said about Myles Lewis-Skelly after England debut. After England's 2-0 victory over Albania, Thomas Tuchel was full of praise for Myles Lewis-Skelly, highlighting his confidence, humor, and open personality in the England camp. "He was amazing in camp," Tuchel said. "Full of confidence, full of humor, such an open character. You see everything on the pitch, off the pitch. He does it with a natural confidence." Tuchel continued, "That's how he plays football, full of courage and quality. He was decisive and opened this game for us." When discussing Lewis-Skelly's best position, Tuchel emphasized his preferred role at Arsenal, the left double six inverted role. "He played as a number 1, 8 or 10, Tuchel explained, "but I think his best position is where he plays for Arsenal, in the left double six inverted role. If you see him in possession games in training, the quality of first touch, body movement, how he plays the passes, it's a very high understanding of the game." Tuchel also praised Lewis-Skelly's versatility, stating that the player can do a lot of different things, although they chose a more conventional formation for the match. Fabrizio Romano shares update after Bruno Guimarães to Arsenal rumors. As the transfer window draws closer, the rumor mill is starting to turn up the heat, and Arsenal fans can expect plenty of names to be linked with the club in the coming months. Several players have already been associated with a move to North London as Arsenal look to strengthen their squad. Nico Williams has caught the eye of many, and Ollie Watkins is another player reportedly on the Gunners' radar. But it's not just Premier League talents. Arsenal are also eyeing Alexander Isak, with the Newcastle striker being a key target for the summer. However, it doesn't stop there. Fabrizio Romano, speaking on his YouTube channel, recently revealed that Arsenal are also keeping tabs on Bruno Guimarães from Newcastle, a player who has been impressive in the Premier League and is rumored to be on the move. So while the window hasn't officially opened yet, it's clear that Arsenal are already making moves in the background, with several exciting names linked to the club. Let the transfer madness begin. Fabrizio Romano recently weighed in on the growing rumors linking Bruno Guimarães to Arsenal, shedding some light on the situation. According to Romano, despite the heavy media speculation, there have been no concrete talks between Arsenal and Guimaraes. The midfielder was reportedly on Arsenal's radar when Edu Gaspar was in charge, mainly due to his Brazilian connection. However, with Andrea Berta now set to take over as sporting director, Romano suggests the situation could have changed. Romano clarified, "We're seeing a lot of reports about Arsenal and other clubs being interested in Guimaraes, but I'm not aware of any concrete negotiations or contact between Arsenal and the player at the moment. While Guimaraes was once an option for Arsenal under the previous regime, it remains to be seen if the club will pursue him under the new management." That said, the Brazilian midfielder's name has popped up in transfer talk again, with the summer transfer window fast approaching. Interestingly, Guimaraes has often been compared to Declan Rice in terms of playing style. Michael Antonio, however, has been quick to point out that Rice offers more in terms of defensive ability and all-around contributions. "Bruno can't do what Dec does," Antonio said, suggesting that Rice is the superior option, especially when it comes to defensive work and breaking up play. Whether you're in the Guimaraes camp or the Rice camp, it's clear both could provide immense value to Arsenal. If Guimaraes does make the move to North London, alongside a player like Rice, it could be the kind of partnership that propels Arsenal into title contender territory. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.